In a bold coup d'etat, a small group of Egyptian army officers led by Major General Nagib seized Cairo government buildings overnight. 3 days later, they forced the abdication of Egypt's King Farouk, who had become identified with corruption, self-indulgence, and dictatorial interference in the nation's political life. To millions of jubilant Egyptian peasants, known as Fellahin, General Mohammed Nagib is a hero. His announced program of land reform, which would make available large tracts of land to the Fellahin, was greeted with wild enthusiasm by the Egyptian masses. Burdened with a succession of inefficient and corrupt governments, the Egyptian people see in General Nagib, here on an inspection trip along the Nile, a fulfillment of their dreams for a strong, honest man who could introduce a new and better era in Egypt's history. In Cairo's jails, landlords who violently resisted General Nagib's orders to break up their feudal estates are today serving prison terms, along with some of the corrupt officials who for so long dominated Egypt's political and economic life. The new government has every intention of fulfilling its promises, even if those who do not cooperate must be sentenced to prison terms, along with common criminals. In an exclusive interview for the March of Time, General Nagib states his new government's position.
The army has no political ambitions in Egypt. We are all anxious to restore Egypt's democratic form of government as soon as possible. But first, it's absolutely necessary to induce Egypt's political parties to free themselves once and for all of their corrupt elements. We will do our best to restore a high standard of life for all our people and give them a good established government which will maintain justice for all.
Much of the new government's support comes from newspapers like Cairo's Akhbar al-Yawm, or News of the Day. This great Egyptian weekly is one of a chain of newspapers published by Mustafa Amin and his twin brother Ali. Combining journalistic showmanship with a crusading spirit, the Amin brothers are two of the most influential figures in the Middle East. While copies of Akhbar al-Yawm now come off the presses by the thousands, 21 weekly editions were confiscated in 1 year by order of ex-King Farouk's government. Akhbar al-Yawm is the paper of the Egyptian Fellahin. But Egypt's ruling class, a small minority of large landowners, are strongly opposed to the Nagib government. Today, their traditional life of luxury is threatened by Nagib's edict, limiting all land holdings to 200 acres per person. Seeking a broader democracy, the new government affronted men like this landowner, who wishes to remain anonymous, by abolishing the Egyptian titles of Bey and Pasha, thus eliminating the aristocracy as a class.